Hey Leos, so this is going to be your general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If your sun doesn't resonate for you, feel free to check out your other personal placements. You know, your moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. I think I said them all. Anyway, so we're going to do that thing again where the sign with the most likes will get a bonus reading here in a couple of weeks. So if you enjoy this video, show my channel some support and give the video a like. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I still want to get more cards because I feel like there's something iffy with this King of Swords. And the reason being, so we have the Magician. We have the Page of Wands. That's actually the first card that came out. And then the Three of Cups. And then, like I said, the King of Swords. So we have Gemini, Virgo, Gemini twice actually, and some fire sign energy. Could be dealing with one of those. Don't have to be. But it just seems like you're really enthused about some sort of collaboration where you, like someone in like the top of their field or someone you really deem respectable that really knows what they're talking about, that just really understands something. Like you're really excited about an opportunity to collaborate with someone like this. Um, Now, with the Three of Cups, it does seem I'm getting more of a collaboration than like romantic. I mean, it could be. It's like a celebration card. It tends to be more of a friendly nature, so I'm not really getting like romance, hot and heavy type of thing. But I mean, Page of Wands, that is passion. But there's something about this King of Swords I wanted to get more into. It's like something about them. I was almost, I felt like this was a collaboration of learning something that you were really excited to learn, but it's something about them being different suits. I'm just like, okay, but are you actually learning what you wanted to learn? Because the Page of Wands is inexperienced, and maybe you think this is like the master of your craft, so you can learn from them and be more experienced in your field of study, whatever that is. But there's something different about this. Maybe it's just how you guys approach things. Maybe it's your energy. Maybe they're just more cold and logical and you're more enthusiastic. But there's something about this, and I wanted to draw more into it. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and get a little more into that. So, just speaking kind of honestly here, I do think whatever this is for you, this does have an opportunity for growth for you. This is a great learning opportunity, and I don't know if this is like this kind of has like apprentice or internship type of vibe, especially when I tried to get like, okay, so is this worth it? We got the 7 of coins and then like 4 of coins, and I feel like you're used to things working out for you basically with this energy, and like things, there is growth here. It's just like it's not going to play out the way you want it to. It's not going to play out like things aren't going to be as like in your control as you're used to having things, if that makes sense. Like in this situation, I think you're kind of used to getting everything you want. Like I'm not trying to say anything bad here. I'm just saying it is what it is. This is the energy here. It feels like you're used to getting everything you want, and this is not going to be the case in this environment. I do think this would be a good environment for you to explore for a time being, but there is going to hit a point where, okay, you've done enough. This isn't exactly where you need to be, and it's time to move on and find, because at some point, I don't think this is your forever home here. At some point, you are going to want to travel to whatever it is that fulfills you. Now, with that 10 of Cups, this could be romantic, but for the most part, there's a lot of. It really just feels like some sort of learning opportunity for some reason. And I guess that could be a romantic partnership, but I'm kind of leaning more towards like a business opportunity for some reason. That's just kind of the feel of this. But it does feel like whoever you're learning from, whoever this King of Swords energy is in your life, that you're really excited to work with because you just feel like you can learn a lot from. It, like what I said earlier about them being kind of cold, distant, it kind of feels like that sticks because with this strength card going into a Five of Cups and the second Three of Cups, it's just kind of like I feel like that's talking about like a this person's cold and detached nature. Like there will be times where you get your feelings hurt. So I think it's just kind of like I don't think this person would do it on purpose, just because this does kind of have more of a logical mind, and fire signs tend to be sensitive. Just being honest. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted, and I'm like, I think I was just talking about how fire signs can be a little sensitive. I think we were here. I think we discussed this. Um, and I'm a fire sign myself, so please don't take offense to that. It just kind of is what it is. Like sometimes we take things to heart that wasn't meant to be taken to heart, if that makes sense. That's what I mean by sensitive. Like, not that your feelings don't matter, because some things were actual attacks. You know what I mean? Um, it's just like this King of Swords just kind of feels like a really logical person that could hurt feelings without meaning to, and that's kind of the feeling off of this, and that's what I mean by that. Like, it seems like this is a really good opportunity. It's just something to be aware of in this place. Like, I don't think this is going to be the best place for you to shine, but I do think there's room for growth here. Like, it really has learning opportunity, and I think at some point with this bottom row being the Moon, Two of Swords, and the Queen of Coins, or Queen of Pentacles in this deck, I think, it's just going to be like, okay, this, I kind of got mood swings when I looked at that card earlier. I forgot about that, but so the King of Swords may be a little mood swingy. Maybe it's just you liking the place and then not liking the place, and it's like wondering if it's worth it. Something about swinging of the like emotional body, like from feeling really good to feeling really bad. Like it seems like whatever this is going to be like a roller coaster, and at some point you're going to be wondering, is this worth it? Because it doesn't really seem like the best environment for me, and I think that's when you're going to be moving on. So, like I said, I think you're really excited about whatever this is, and I think there's room for growth here. This does seem like a learning opportunity. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think long term, I just don't think it's going to be like a long term opportunity for you, and I think it's going to be your choice to leave, whatever this is for you. So, I don't remember if I went over signs in general on here, but we'll do that, and then we'll get into some advice to wrap this up. Because I don't think, do we need anything else for whatever this is? I don't think so. We'll keep it general, like, because this could pertain to different areas of life. We'll keep it general. This is a general reading after all. So I don't remember if I went over them earlier, but Gemini, Virgo, Gemini, fire signs in general. We have Leo. That could be you. That could be another Leo. Pisces, Capricorn. That's it for now. So let me get some cards for advice. Okay, so there are two sets of advice I pulled just because the first set was basically, grow all you can from this situation. Learn what you're supposed to learn from whatever the situation is, however this is resonating for you, because I'm not sure how this is resonating from you, but there will be a time where, you got the Knight of Wands. That's Leo. That's you. We got the Tower, the Mars energy, so Scorpio and Aries. We have the Lovers, which is Gemini, and we have the Seven of Wands. So to me, this is saying like, grow all you can, learn what you're supposed to learn, remain focused on the objectives in this. And with the Lovers, yes, this could be romantic, but I'm still kind of sticking with the learning situation, because this could be a romantic partnership that you were supposed to learn from, like grow from, because there's just really opportunity from growth from the jump here. So I guess however that relates to you, it just feels like whenever there's going to be a time where the tower moment's going to come, and it's like, don't fight it. Don't try to make them stay. Don't try to force this to not fall apart because, like, it's just not going to go well for you. Like, this is a. Now, I know I'm kind of going like, this isn't built to last, so why stay there? Well, that Lover's card indicates that this is something like this is something you're supposed to experience. This is a special connection, regardless of if this is just like a mentor relationship. This is something that is like very special. This is something that is supposed to happen for you. So I wouldn't fight the connection either. I would experience it, right? It's just like this may just be more of a seasonal type of connection more than like a lifelong connection. At some point, like, it may just kind of die off. Like, maybe your feelings will change, maybe their feelings will change. It just kind of seems like it has that type of thing going on for one reason or another. And looking at how the Knight of Wands, and that's a Leo card to me, looking at the Tower, I feel like the Tower is kind of in your hands. So, I mean, at least there's that. Like, this may end up being up to you. You may be the one that ends up with the changed feelings and being like, I don't think I even want to be here anymore. Now, for those, this second part, for those of you who stayed, who was patient, thank you. I did a little bit of extra for those of you that I know you're like, but what if I don't want to let this go? What if I want to work on this? What I need to do then? What do I need to do to avoid the Tower? Because, you know, the Tower does feel distant. It does feel like you're supposed to learn what you're supposed to learn and then keep it going, right? Well, most of this is just about working together and kind of about that. They seem like they're not really trying to hurt feelings, but they may end up doing it just because they're more logical and cold, whereas like you're kind of more of like passionate. And like I said, fire signs can be more of a sensitive. Some of them just wear their heart on their sleeve, and there's a lot of them that like the external validation. So, you know, that kind of leads to hurt feelings if they don't get validated. You know, even just not getting validated from someone, it's like, do you even like me? You know, so it can be as little as that. Even if it's not romantic, like I said, that could just be from like, you could be looking for like that gold star, that am I doing a good job? Like, am I learning what I'm supposed to learn? And this person feels like the type of person that's like, do you feel like you're learning what you're supposed to learn? Like, you're doing this for you, aren't you? Like, that's, they really have that type of energy. Like, why would I validate you? You should be validating yourself. And that may be part of your lesson. And it just feels like, I think taking a step back and trying to understand where they come from will be a big part of if this actually does fall apart or not. And if you can, what was this? This was about your reactions. It's about taking a step back before you react, because for a lot of you, I feel like your reactions are like you get your feelings hurt and you know, just like you're ready to react. So it's about taking that step back, and before you react, let's assess the situation and see if you understood it the way you think you did, right? If the situation was what you understood it to be, if they actually intended to insult you the way you took it as, you know, it just kind of, there's a little bit of a need for collaboration, and maybe they need to understand how you feel in certain ways. There is collaboration here, so there could be communication and excuse me, sorry, hiccup. But with these two cards, I feel like this is something you're not used to. You're used to either taking on all the work yourself and just not talking about how much of a burden it is to you, or it's it's like you're used to just like taking shit from people until you're at your breaking point. Like one or the other. And it's like you take the shit and you don't say anything. You take the shit and you don't say anything. You take the shit and you don't say anything until you hit that breaking point and you're like, fuck it, I'm done. And it's like, let's not react fast, but also don't get to that breaking point. Like, talk about it. Talk about if you're overwhelmed, if you're overburdened, if they're hurting your feelings, whatever the context of this is for you, however this is relating. I think these are steps you can take. These are things that possibly this tower would have taught you if it comes down. So this could end up being, if you learn this before the tower, it could end up keeping that connection in your life if this is something that you want to keep. Like, you may want to keep this mentor connection just as a reference or something in your life. You may want to continue working for them if that's what this is. That it really does feel like that's it, but this could be romantic. I'm not gonna exclude that, but it really does feel more of like a mentor type of situation. Anyway, hopefully that resonated for you guys, and hopefully this helped. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.